What makes a good video game sequel, you ask? Easy. Make it bigger and better than the first. Throughout the years, we've had quite a good few of those. To name a few of my favorite game sequels, it would be Halo 2, Mega Man 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Batman Arkham City. And the game I'm reviewing today is being added to that list. It's been nearly 9 years in the making, but I've played and beaten Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. And I've got to say, this is even better than the first. Even though nothing much has changed, but what has changed is the big budget movie Hollywood scope thing. Even though the first game had its movie vibe, it still felt like a game. The second game's story and action sequences fully immerse you into the game entirely. It feels like you're taking part in a big action movie. This game picks up reverse chronologically 2 years after the events of the first game, with Nathan hanging for dear life from a train car. You'll know how he got himself in that mess later in the game. But the game flashes back several months prior, where Drake is hit up from two former associates, Harry, the butt of a lot of jokes in this game, Flynn, and Chloe Fraser, to steal an oil lamp from a Turkish prison, which belonged to Marco Polo and holds the key to his voyage through China. Basically, the goal of the game is to find the treasure on his fleet and find out where he was going in the first place before the villain of the game, Lazarevich, or Lazarevich, as I call him, finds it. Oh, by the way, he's my favorite villain of the franchise. I'm not sure about Uncharted 4 because I'm still playing it, but I like Nadine so far. I'm not sure if she's the main villain or not, but I'll have to play more to find out. I know there's a lot of things I left out of the story synopsis, but I want you guys to experience this fresh, like I did, and be amazed by the story and the secrets and surprises or whatever. So basically, I know there's more to the story, but just play for yourself. You won't be disappointed. I hope. Like I said, nothing really changed in this game except the scope and the overall story being much better than the first. But what has changed is there is a multiplayer. I haven't played the multiplayer myself, but from what I've heard, it's pretty decent. It's probably the reason why people were kind of a little bit disappointed with the HD remaster for the PlayStation 4, because they removed that feature entirely from the game. While we're on the subject, let's talk about the HD remaster of Uncharted 2 Among Thieves for the PlayStation 4. Like I said with the first game, it's an HD remaster of the second game with 1080p as the resolution and 60 frames per second. Everything I said about the first remaster still applies to this one. It's the definitive version of the game, so I would play this one if you can, but you can't go wrong with the original PlayStation 3 for it. The music of Uncharted 2 Among Thieves is pretty much the same as the first game, but it has a little Asian vibe to it. So, yeah, it's pretty much the same, yeah. Overall, this is a fantastic sequel to a game that I loved. This is how you do a sequel, people. I can't express that enough.